Alright, so please note, as we get into this game, we did not cast match number 1. But we are getting into game number 2, and the score is currently 1-0 in the favor of our Terran player, Botvinnik. I'm Rifkin Casma Zombie. You guys are watching the Matcherino Weekly number 2. Spawning on the top right side of Orbital Shipyard, it's going to be the Orange Protoss player, Jage.
The bottom left, as the Yellow Terran, he's my Insanity's Botvinnik.
Okay, so do you think this is Jage? Or do you think this is like...
Yug.
Jaggy? Or maybe Yag? Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like... Jage just sounds... I'm sorry, it does like it's not a very good name, okay?
J's and Y's I find are really funny when it comes to European dialects and accents, so that's why I'm quite curious, but...
I kind of hope it's Yag.
Me too,
Yag,
that's what I was going to bring up, like, because I was like, Jaeger, and then like, yeah, but... Anyways, down 0-1. It's a little unfortunate because, again, Botvinnik has just been a Protoss killing machine. I don't care if you're Korean, if you're Grandmasters, Silver League, like, Botvinnik is going to kill you in most situations. Also, I want to give a small shout out to Healer. We see Healer in chat, but I don't see him playing today. Where's our Terran forward hope?
Yeah, what's
Healer?
up with that? He's jealous of all the attention we're giving Botvinnik.
I know, right? That's like, he's like, oh, stupid mom and dad treat me like a little brother. No, but I will say, I'm hoping we'll see, especially people like Healer, show us some really cool builds after the patch with the new Banshee changes.
The Banshee change just... Oh my god. It's not as bad as when they wanted to change DTs or when they actually changed Oracles, but it's still just the same, like... Was anyone asking for that? No? Okay,
Rifkin.
well thanks for giving it to us.
Rifkin was asking for it, okay?
No, okay, you were probably going to get to that point, but first you're just asking it for it to be used in general.
And then it started to get used. I love this too, by the way. Everyone who thinks I've got, like, no game knowledge, whatever, I don't care. I'm not even defending that point. Like, this isn't a hipster remark, but it was, like, me, who was, like, first in the debate to say that we really need to see some more Hyperflight Rotor Banshee play. And then, boom, a couple players busted on Lyrlac Crest, and it almost breaks the game with how stupid it is. Like, oh, you lost your base at home? You got all in and almost got torn out of the game? Good thing you had 3 Banshees with speed.
They can outrun overseers, like...
Who was that? That was Gumio, right? Like, he just came back from nowhere with that. It was so cool.
Was it? It was Gumio versus Snoot then, because I remember Snoot was the guy that lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt so bad. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be very interesting, especially because I know you brought this up last time, that there is this mech style you can do. It's air mech, basically, so... but it's actually kind of abusive, and you do get Hyperflight Rotor Banshees to abuse, so if that's going to be even cheaper to get, I wonder how much more popular that's going to become. It's not popular now.
But we'll see what happens after the patch. At any rate, Botvinnik's not been someone to rely on silly tactics like that. Sorry, we get a little excited because we're talking about new things coming to StarCraft. But Botvinnik's been doing a lot of these Marine pushes, but more importantly, these Marine tank pushes. So I find it very interesting to see the Widowmine opener this game. Not that this is a bad build, this is more standard and not what I would expect out of the Yellow Terran. But maybe he had a little bit of trouble in Game 1, or maybe sensed some weakness in Game 1. Either way, we're going to see a couple of Widowmines and Marines quickly shuttled across the map in just a moment's time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Widowmine drop isn't too out of the norm in general for a Terran player. We usually see him go for those tank pushes, and he might add on a tech lab after this Widowmine. Yeah, it's on a 3rd barracks, you know, it's kind of that middle of the road, kind of okay production on Marines, kind of quick tech for the starport, and it is just going to be the 2 Widowmines that are going to be dropped. So in this way, you're almost guaranteed to keep the medevac alive, because you really just can drop and forget them. I mean, if you can save them, that's good and all, but if they're supposed to overcharges, you're not going to try and tangle with that just for the Widowmines.
Yeah. I really wish we would have seen the Marines with this, because the one thing I really like about the Marine drop with the Widowmines is, like, you drop the Marines first, and it sends the probes running north, and that's where you drop the Widowmines to catch them. Like, that's the best case scenario, obviously, but looks like Jage is ready for this, so Stalker's in place, waiting.
Yeah.
Where it comes across the map to see
boosts,
the follow-up.
He'll probably be able to get the Widowmines down. I wasn't sure if the medevac was going to get out alive.
Oh,
no!
Oh, no! 15 on that high score. Oh, I
saw that targeting line. I was just like, no, it's not.
I thought the target untargeted, like that was like one of those microseconds, the difference of being in range versus not type thing.
Oh my god.
Well, Botvinnik got his money's worth out of that, and the frustrating thing I think for Jage is just that knowledge of, had I left my probes mining, I would have lost less. but total of 21 workers killed. Oh dear. Cancels the Nexus over here because, truth be told, he doesn't really have the money, and he needs a way to deal with this. So instead, deciding to go towards Dark Templar. Oh, what's... That was just like stalker frustration. If he sticks around here, though, this could be bad. Okay, there we go. Takes out the 2 Widow Mines. So they won't get a 3rd round off. But they already did plenty of damage, like, over your mine.
Yeah.
And the fact that he canceled his Nexus and decides to go for this all-in is probably a better choice, knowing that he'd be behind in the macro game against a Terran player. You know, there's going to be Mules. There could have possibly been a 3rd CC. Unfortunately, though, with this many Marines and Marauders, and the Observer having seen that, he was going to need units to fight with, but this isn't enough. Despite his best efforts, he's down 17 to supply to 40 coming into a fight that he's not ready for. DTs aren't even warped in yet. Darkshrine only just finished, and these stalkers at least have Blink to get away.
Yeah, but they needed Blink to pressure with, so having to actually run away might lead these DTs to do even less damage. The army is chasing the small amount of Blink Stalkers, though, so I guess they still did their job. They got the army out of the base, not paying attention to the mineral line. That's a very oddly placed missile turret, but it actually helps tremendously.
And that's just gonna tap out. Yeah. I don't blame him, man, because good or bad, no matter how that went, he lost 21 probes to 2 Widow Mines. Like, that was gonna sting, no matter what. But now we move on to the really exciting match, guys. We have a TVP coming up with Botvinnik versus Neeb. Ooh, yes. This is going to be some good stuff. So, first map is going to be Ruins of Ceres. No, Lyra. Excuse me. We'll hold off on the ad break. I just want to hop into this game because we've been already sitting through so much downtime.
Invite Neeb. He's offline for me.
All right. I actually don't see Neeb online either.
Oh, maybe he's actually offline. Just assumed God on it was being done.
Yeah, we'll probably have to wait a moment here for Neeb, so we'll give it a sec. Gonna go to a commercial break. I didn't want to, but we're gonna go to a commercial break since we don't know where Neeb disappeared to. So hopefully it won't be too long, and we'll see you guys in a moment. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back soon with more of the Matcherino Cup.